Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for February 2020. I hope this video finds you all well, whether you're watching it for yourself or cross-watching for another individual with Aries placements. Before we actually go into the reading, I do just have a couple of quick announcements. The first one, I have currently taken down my personal readings and Reiki sessions. For those of you who follow me on social media or are subscribed to this channel, you may have already heard that, so I apologize if it's redundant. I have just intuitively felt like I needed to take some time to kind of regroup and also change up my channel a little bit as well too. Kind of change the spreads, change the videos I'm making. I want to add more content to this channel and not do just tarot readings. So I've been talking about doing that since I actually started this channel and I just haven't done it. I am excited to make these changes, so I do hope that that excites all of you as well. But I just want to keep you all informed. I know I've been pretty quiet on social media in the past month. I do apologize if you felt left in the dark. I will be catching up on personal readings as well, so if you're still waiting on a personal reading for me, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. I am getting to you. I just had a lot of things happen last month in terms of my health, as well as having to suddenly replace my phone, and honestly, my energy was just so drained. I know a lot of people were really feeling that dense current from that eclipse. I know I was. A lot of my clients and friends shared the same as well. So I'm kind of just regrouping, and I like to come into this work fresh and renewed and really connected, and I can just tell I've really needed to take some time to center and really get back in touch with my calling here. So I hope that's exciting for all of you. I'll be having my services back up shortly, so keep your eyes and ears open for that if you are interested in a personal reading. I'll be posting on all of my social media when those are back up as well, but again, I'm thinking around the middle of the month. The second major announcement, I have been doing an astrological report for a lot of these videos, but honestly, they've just been getting so long. I know I've had a lot of people complain about the duration of the videos. Of course, some people were like, I love these long videos, what are you talking about? So it's like, I can't make everyone happy, but honestly, it was pretty draining to do like a 45, 50-minute video. Some of them were getting crazy long. I'm really trying to steer away from that, so I'm going to be streamlining the astrology into the actual reading itself, and I'm just going to trust whatever is supposed to come up will come up. I'll make the connections as I'm pulling the cards. And honestly, the messages were always so aligned, it almost felt a little bit redundant anyway. But I do still have the astrological forecast blog for those of you who really want kind of an overview of what's going to be happening this month, as well as a list of transits and aspects. I personally find it really helpful. I even check my own blog kind of throughout the month just to see, like, why does today feel so weird? Oh, this is happening. And it's just a great way to learn about astrology too, if that's something that you're interested in learning about. Just checking each day, like, what's happening, and kind of learning it as you go. But yeah, I'm going to be streamlining more of the astrological component into the reading, just giving it a whirl, seeing how that works. I would love to hear in the comments down below how that feels at the end of this video. And I'm always interested in hearing your feedback and what sorts of content you're interested in as well. I know I haven't been doing the mid-monthly readings, and I do apologize for that, but again, I've just been so drained. Honestly, I'm feeling like I almost want to focus more on spiritual readings or life purpose readings. I love doing love readings, don't get me wrong, but what really excites me is helping people get in touch with their higher calling. And I feel like with the love readings, it's like a lot of the time it comes up in the general readings anyway. I would love to do a more in-depth, deep dive reading towards the middle of the month to really get at the core of things. That's where I really get excited and thrive. So I hope, I'd love to hear if that's something that sounds interesting to you. I'm really curious to see what is happening for you this month, Aries. So let's pull some cards for you. And as I'm shuffling here, I just want to give my friendly reminder that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. It is up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what messages apply to your own life and what should be left behind for someone else. Sometimes we actually watch these videos because they have messages for someone else in our lives, regardless of their signs, so keep that in mind too. If this video does not resonate, It's totally fine. Nothing went wrong. I just didn't pick up on your energy for this specific group. I actually set the intention for these general readings to reach the people who need to hear them the most and to reach the largest collective in need. So if you're not being picked up, you're more than welcome to check out some of my other videos. If you don't know what your moon, rising, or Venus signs are, I actually do have a link in the description box down below. It is the natal chart calculator, and it can help you figure out those other placements. So if you want greater clarity or this video just doesn't really resonate, you're more than welcome to check out your other signs. Sometimes that actually has the message you really need to hear. So just trust your intuition on that one too. Too many cards. Let's try that again. And then finally, because this is a general reading, you're also more than welcome to switch up the roles as they fit your situation. If someone else's energy feels more like your own energy, or vice versa, you're more than welcome to swap them. And that could especially be the case if you're cross-watching. You're probably showing up as the other person in this reading or another energy. So let's see. What are the messages for Aries coming into February 2020? Let's see. You know, we do actually have quite a bit of fire starting off this month. We're going to have Aries entering your sign on the 7th, and we actually have a Leo full moon. Sorry, it's hard to shuffle. There's a lot of cards. I'm actually not supposed to be using this deck. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that came out. Sometimes that deck doesn't like to be used in certain readings and it just misbehaves, so I'm feeling like it's the other deck I'm supposed to be using for you. We're using the Wild Unknown. What was I saying? We have a lot of fire energy coming into this month. And it's really riling a lot of people up. I think a lot of people want to use this energy to go forward, and people's temper might be a little hot, honestly. People are feeling a little bit spicy at the start of this month, and that could very well be affecting you. I do feel like there's a really strong pull for romance this month, especially as we get into Pisces season. And with Venus running through your sign, there is this really strong desire for love, but it's also, it's like you want this dynamic duo. You don't want just like this normal relationship. Some of you may actually be finding like workplace romances. I could kind of see that with the energy with, what is it? Venus sextiling Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. That's going to be on the 2nd and 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and finding love that supports you and your purpose. I was kind of talking about that earlier. I'm feeling like there's this shift between love readings going more into like personal life purpose, spiritual path, that sort of genre of read. And I do feel like we're really looking for partnerships that are also supporting that this year as well. We're looking very big picture as kind of a collective theme this year. But yeah, we have the Ace of Cups showing up for you. There is definitely some new love, I think, on the table for you, Aries. We also have the Father of Pentacles and the Temperance card. We do have the Father of Swords showing up in reverse. I don't ordinarily read reversals for this deck, but this actually feels right for this specific card. So with the Ace of Cups, again, there is this deepening of a connection, a new relationship perhaps for some of you, or something that you really enjoy is coming into your life. Your heart is feeling very full, and that's really exciting to see. I do also have the Temperance card here as well, so there is this kind of balanced, harmonious energy. It feels new. It feels like a new love, to be honest with you. Maybe you are deepening a connection. Maybe you are, you know, strengthening a commitment or entering a committed relationship with somebody, especially if they are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, as this Father of Pentacles. Could also be Sagittarius or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But really, it feels like you're kind of starting off with almost this renewal this month. And I do want to warn you, Aries, I know there's going to be a lot of push and a lot of drive at the start of the month, But when we get into that Mercury retrograde phase towards the middle of February, I believe February 17th, things might be slowing down. There might be some delays or some blockages, but you're coming into this month pretty clear, actually. And I think this full moon in Leo is really amping up your energy as well, and it's making you look good. You might even just be approaching someone. You know, if that's sort of out of character for you, you could just be going up to someone you find attractive, and, you know, sparks are flying for you. I do see... I feel like you're very... It feels good, Aries. Like, I don't know what else to say. It feels really positive. And with this Father of Pentacles, I feel like you're feeling really solid in yourself. And maybe that's that sort of confidence, almost playful cockiness I'm getting from you. Yeah, you're kind of sitting pretty here. But with this Father of Swords, there is someone around you who is being pretty withholding. And I don't think it's this same person. Could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Someone's holding back. Someone's being very guarded with their emotions. Could be you, but honestly, there's just this confidence, this fun energy. I'm really liking it. I don't think it's you. I think it's someone around you. Again, you can switch the roles, but for the collective I'm tapping into, this Father of Swords, someone's almost holding back praise. You're feeling really good about something. Maybe there's some sort of accomplishment or achievement as this Father of Pentacles here. And someone's not really saying a lot about it. There feels like there's this conversation that isn't being had, and you're feeling it. You're aware of it. But it's not weighing you down. I'm actually curious to know more about this Father of Swords. Why is the Father of Swords on the table here? Ooh, that's way too many. Tell me about this Father of Swords. Ace of Wands. I was saying sparks were flying, and I was actually seeing this card earlier. I wonder if you're keeping something to yourself, Aries. Like, you have this new idea or this new spark, and you're kind of afraid to share it because you don't want someone to put it out. That could be this new connection. Maybe you're not telling your friends or telling the people close to you because you just want to enjoy it for yourself. And I think that's actually okay. But I am feeling like at some point there is going to have to be this communication. There is going to have to be this conversation because someone is being very guarded and guarded with their heart. Let's see. I'm curious as to what the animal wisdom is for you for this first part of February. Tarantula. I feel like there's another. I feel like there's another here. Okay. That's a lot. The messages are just flying out for you. Is there any other animal wisdom? So we have tarantula and we have owl. I think this came up for you last month, if I'm not mistaken. This card has been showing up a lot for you, I think. Yeah, there's definitely this new blessing, for sure, that's coming in, and it feels really good. It could be a new person, could also just be a new opportunity. I feel like you're being quiet in your approach. That's for sure. Owl has these evolved feathers to kind of fly very quietly, sneak up on prey. And tarantula, it's similar to spider energy in that it's very abundant. It's obviously an arachnid, but tarantula has a very stealthy approach. It's not about waiting for things to come to it. Tarantula is an ambush predator. It sneaks up on something, and that's almost what you're doing. You're sneaking up on something, you're doing something very quietly. And it feels really good, but it's almost like you don't want someone to know about it. That's really interesting. And we do have this dual owl imagery here. Someone knows there's something up your sleeve. I also do feel like, Aries, you're pretty intuitive right now. I actually do feel like when we have Mercury in Pisces, even when Mercury is retrograde in a water sign actually, our intuitive faculties really increase. You might be just having a very strong intuitive flow right now. It might not be making a lot of sense, and maybe that's why you're not able to communicate it with the people around you. But it's leading you to something that feels really good, and you're already feeling it at the start of February. You're going after something that almost feels connected to your purpose as well. And there may be some molting that you're doing, some shedding. It's like you're planning the next move here. And Tarantula, with these fine hairs all over its body, it really does feel out a situation before it goes in for the kill. So it does feel like things are feeling good, and you're planning the next step. Where does this go? What do I do with this? It may not be totally clear right away. I'm curious to see what the cards say about the second half of the month, and maybe even beyond too. With these general readings, you kind of have to take the time frame with a grain of salt. It's just the way the energy is flowing, and everyone's going to be on a different trajectory. But this is kind of just the collective wave here. What are the messages for Aries for the second half of February? Yeah, now communication is very tight-lipped. Interesting. Before we had all these cards falling out for you. Interesting. Okay, we have the Mother of Pentacles in reverse. The Tower is coming out with the Two of Cups in reverse. That's really interesting. And we have the Father of Wands. Interesting. I want to clarify this Two of Cups and the Tower. It's like something, this feels very unexpected because you had this really strong feeling connection and then all of a sudden something goes awry? Don't panic with this. Death card in the reverse. And the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, something's going to go down with this person. Or with someone in your life. And it seems like it's the end, but I don't actually think it is. But there's some drama here. And again, we do have this Earth sign, this Mother of Pentacles. Could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We do also have Father of Wands. Could be another fire sign, but honestly, this feels more like your own energy. And it's like you have these two sides. And between them, we have this Tower. We have this Two of Cups in reverse. There's like this breakdown that's happening really fast. And I was talking about this in the blog, the astrology blog. Emotions are going to be really, really high. If there's like this very intense sudden emotion or sudden swell that's coming up, it very well could be temporary. I don't want you to freak out. And for some reason, you're not. Maybe you know that it's not actually over with this death card in the reverse, but it's like something is crumbling apart and maybe something needed to. I almost get the sense if you are hiding something or sneaking behind someone's back and doing something, that doesn't even, I don't mean to make that sound as bad as it could, but whatever it was you were sneaking with earlier, something is going to be exposed, that's for sure. Tell me more about Aries energy here. Tell me more about this. Show me clearly. Why is the Father of Wands here? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you are working on something. What are you working on? Then tell me about this Mother of Pentacles. Why is she on the table? Justice. That's so interesting. Something is going in your favor in the second half of February. It feels separate from this situation. It almost feels more like a work thing. Or if it's a legal thing, something's going in your favor. Someone's angry about that too. And this almost feels a lot of reversals. I usually don't do reversals with this deck. This almost feels in reverse. Where it's not about justice, it's about revenge. Someone's angry. That's really bizarre. It's still going in your favor, and that's pissing this person off. Yeah, Two of Wands. You have a clear sense of what you want. You're looking into the future here. You have a longer, bigger picture of what's going on. And whatever this Tower is, this could honestly be a very like short-lived romance, but again, I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater quite yet. Just because emotions are running really high. Tell me about the overall... And that death card in reverse, yeah, I don't think it's like... It seems worse than it actually is. Animal card is what they're telling me to do. Okay, so we'll do the animal card for you. What is the animal wisdom for Aries? Butterfly. Okay, yeah, there's a change here. Okay. General reading. Not going to apply to everyone. I have to wonder, Aries, if some of you are involved with one person and there is a new person who's coming into the picture, and the first person finds out about it. Because a lot of the time, butterfly represents changes with matters of the heart. Changes in relationship, changes with things that we love. It might not even be quite like that, but it's like you're meeting someone, something is happening at the start of February. And I think this has to do with Venus entering your sign, where you're really figuring out what it is that you want in a connection. And if you're involved with someone, that person could be kind of falling away because there might be someone new who's coming into the picture. Because I see the Tower, And it's not making me that nervous. We have the Temperance card here. And I was saying at the start of this reading, it feels like this Ace of Cups is something new. I wonder if some of you are going to be meeting this person and losing a connection that you're with, but it's like, it's almost like no big deal. And that's why this person is like angry. Especially if it's an earth sign. This might not even be a romantic situation. This could be like a job situation. This could be something else, but there's a lot of love energy here. Ooh, careful, Aries, careful. But it's not as bad as it seems. That's what I'm getting. And you're focused on yourself, and that was also what I was sort of talking about with the astrology of this month. It's like, we want someone who's gonna play big with us. I feel like, Aries, you're coming into this period in your life where you're playing big. You're doing the thing you want to do. You're taking this risk. You're going on this venture. And it's like, you're either with me or you're not. And when you're following that love, a lot of the time new love does come in. So there may or may not be a new person for you. You're making someone kind of angry. You're making someone angry. Be careful with this Mercury retrograde. Don't step on anyone's toes. I know I'm kind of making like this light and fun, because it kind of feels that way, but it's also like, be careful with this person. I don't go breaking anyone's heart, okay? That's really interesting. That was very unexpected, Aries. Is there anything else? I'm actually feeling like I need to be pulling a card from the Starseed Oracle deck. This is actually the first time I have used it in these readings. But I'm getting the sense of like purpose for you. You're going after some spiritual calling here. So tell me, what is the Starseed wisdom for Aries? Let me shuffle here. I had a few cards fall out. I'm going to trust that if those were the messages, they'll come out again. You have your eyes set on something. What is it? That's too many. Seventh from the bottom. Okay. It's always interesting. I feel like different decks communicate with me in different ways. This one has been very like six from the top, third from the bottom. Like, that's kind of how I've been getting a lot of these cards. This is a new one. The Seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Interesting. Let's see what we have here. What is the message here? Okay. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When waters appear in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you're currently unaware. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously so that they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? The Starseed Soul Inquiry for this card is how can you see the potential in a situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? And that could be what this drama with this person is about too, with this Tower and that Two of Cups in reverse. Something about the subconscious, some sort of pattern that you've been locked into. I feel like there's some sort of ending there. And it's the end of a pattern. Because you've healed something. And when you heal something inside of yourself, sometimes you're no longer a match to the people around you. I literally felt a very strong shift, actually, as I was giving that message. Yeah, there's definitely this shift. And it's like you see this wave coming. I'm getting the image of a wave swelling back, the tides swelling back, and you see this wave coming to shore. You see this potential that you have, and it's like nothing is shaking that for you, Aries. This is really, really exciting, really interesting. Whatever comes up in this Mercury retrograde, you're seeing something that you didn't see before. That's so interesting. I would love to hear what this is. What is it that you're working on? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I hope you liked this new Starseed Oracle deck. I actually really love it. I will leave it in the description box down below. As well as all of my links for personal readings and Reiki sessions. Again, those will be back up by the middle of the month. I am looking forward to seeing you all in the next video. I'm wishing you a happy February. Take care, Aries.